What's the Church of Scientology so afraid of?
This is SPTV.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel.
Welcome
to today's fundraiser. We're doing a special aftermath fundraiser today. And why doesn't everybody just go around and introduce yourself? I'm Mark Headley of the Blown for Good channel on SPTV.
And I am Claire Headley. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Nice to meet you. This is going to be a fun one. We're starting off in Spazville today, folks.
All right. My name is Matt Pesh. Here I am. Hello. Glad to meet you.
And I'm his wife, Amy. Scobie.
Well, only Matt introduced himself.
No, she did. Amy
Oh,
did.
she did? I didn't hear her either.
Yeah, she said, I'm his wife,
And
Amy.
I'm his wife, Amy Scobie.
Yeah.
There we
okay.
go.
Good
Now we
work.
got
Glad
it.
to meet you.
Me llamo Aaroncito.
Okay, and I'm Mike Rinder. Hi, everyone.
And I'm Christy. I'm Mike's wife, since we're
And-
going by those names.
And Christy's got a good mic now.
Yay.
I've had a good mic.
Yeah, did you though?
Yeah. Nice. So,
I'm
yeah.
Aaron.
So,
Hi guys, I'm Aaron. Nice to meet
yeah,
you.
you said it in Spanish. You're going to do both bilingual over here now.
I didn't know what was going on.
It's all good,
you could
guys.
You could have done Aaron with a Spanish.
Aaroncito.
Aaroncito?
There we go. Cool. Well, yeah, thanks so much to everybody joining us. We'll give some people some time to jump in, but we are covering foundation updates. We'll be talking about the IAS event history and lots of exciting stuff. So thank you for all being here.
Can I
Yes.
start with a question?
Yes.
Why is the anniversary event held in St. Hill? That's not really the birthplace of the IAS, is it?
It is.
Okay, it sort of is, Aaron.
Oh.
What happened was the IAS was created, as you know, for a very different purpose than what it currently serves. But it was then this grand signing of the declaration of the IAS purpose.
Yes.
And all the people who were the founding members of the International Association brought in from all over the world, but including like Heber and Vicky Asnaran
and Mark Yeager.
Mark Yeager and a bunch of Scientology executives came to St. Hill. They couldn't do it in the US. It had to be done outside the US.
Oh.
So the symbolic, we're doing it at St. Hill, the home of L. Ron Hubbard. Not that he had anything to do with the IAS, not that he had anything to do with any of this stuff, but that was why. It was symbolic, and it was signed actually in the manor, and it was this whole ceremony that was videoed.
Yes.
But nobody uses the video now because there's so many declared SPs in it, they can't use it.
And I attended that event, by the way. I remember
Oh,
it.
did you?
I was like 8 years old or something like that.
Wow.
But I remember specifically watching that video and watching them all sign that big, frou-frou parchment paper or whatever it was.
Right. And you know, well, maybe everybody that's watching this isn't aware of the fact that the IAS was not created as a war chest for Scientology or anything of the sort. It was created to keep money outside the US and out of the clutches or the reach of the IRS. And it was when there was big threats from the IRS that they were going to seize all the assets of Scientology, and the vast majority of those assets were being brought into the US because they were being brought in as SEOG reserves to international management, which wasn't even CSI at the time, but I didn't even need to go into all that stuff. But it was created to keep money outside the US. And it was set up with a bank account or bank accounts and a little unit in Cyprus originally. And the money from non-United States Scientology organizations was all diverted to this bank account or these bank accounts in Cyprus, and that was the IAS. And then the legend started growing with the theoretical great victory in Portland, which the IAS had absolutely nothing to do with. In fact, it was antithetical to the purpose of the IAS to bring money into the US to fund a legal case in Portland. Like completely and utterly antithetical. It was like the worst possible thing that could happen. No money from the IAS went to the Portland Crusade, even though that has now become the legend that the first victory of the IAS and what started it all was Portland and the crusade against the Julie Christopherson damages case that was found against Scientology in Portland.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. I remember as a staff member, as a SEERG member, I truly believed and thought of the IAS as Scientology's war chest. And yet the cognitive dissonance on that is whenever there was a legal flap and Scientology was having to pay for legal bills, that was coming out of payroll. Like the orgs pay for the legal fees, not the IAS.
But that tradition has carried on to this day, where anytime the IAS says that they do these fourth dynamic campaigns, meaning their social betterment programs, they're out in the world helping people, they fund the volunteer ministers, they do all of this stuff. And yet whenever anything needs to be done, even distributing a few copies of The Way to Happiness, someone's out there raising money for it because it does not come from the IAS.
So does the IAS actually spend their money on anything? What do they spend it on?
On the IAS event.
What are their expenses?
Not even all of that, because a lot of that is paid by CSI and AOSH UK and etc. What they spend their money on, honestly, is buying buildings. There have been a bunch of buildings that have been bought with IAS funds under the justification that they were international locations like Paris, Brussels, London, Moscow, I think Berlin, and a few others were justified, and DC, I think, justified
DC,
as,
I was going to say,
as being, this is IAS stuff, so the IAS will buy these buildings.
Yeah.
And they spend it on like the minimal amount necessary to buy yellow t-shirts and fly some volunteer ministers to locations of disasters and a film crew.
Yeah, even when we were shooting the IAS event videos at Golden Era Productions, and when we put on the IAS event, the IAS would tell us months and months ahead of time, this is the exact budget to the penny that will be spent by the IAS. And if you go any amount over, that's going to be paid for by CSI or Church of Scientology International, Golden Era Productions, or CMO Int, or any of those places would pay for that. They would not, and that figure was based on the amount that they had made in interest on their capital investments, and that was the maximum they would spend, no matter what. Yeah. And that was every single year. But the IS event, out of all the events, it was the most expensive event that's put on throughout the entire year. Cost more than the Shrine, more than Ruth Eckerd Hall, more than any other event. And it's at our own property. But they essentially build an entire structure and event site to put on the event. And you know, it's in the middle of nowhere, so that doesn't make it any cheaper either.
Yeah, I wanted to show what Jefferson Hawkins said. He said, the IAS used to reg donations for my Dianetics campaign. How much of that ever went to the campaign? You guessed it, zilch.
Yep, there you go. Well, because don't forget, the most important statistic in Scientology is dollars in reserve, and that can never go down.
Well, isn't that David Miscavige's personal statistic? Isn't that one of his statistics?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a lot of people's, actually. It's the WDC chairman, though that post doesn't.
It's held from above.
Anybody held from above by David Miscavige, and it's David Miscavige. I mean, Hubbard used to operate on that. Yeah, that was what he took as being the measure of his success, was the total amount of money that Scientology had accumulated. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's also a rule in Scientology: the amount in reserves is never allowed to go down. If it goes up, it should go up by a lot. But if it only goes up by 100,000 this week, that's a huge flap. But it's not. It can never go down, no matter what happens. Is that right? Is that accurate, Mike?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's been many incidents that have happened where things that absolutely had to be paid for didn't get paid for, or some maneuvering. Like one of the ways that was solved when actual cash was needed was to get new appraisals done on buildings, because the buildings also count in the total of Sea Org reserves.
Yeah.
So they would not get appraisals forever. And then when it got desperate, they would get appraisals done and the value of the property had gone up. So therefore, Sea Org reserves assets shown on paper went up, even though there's no new buildings, it's just the same ones.
Yeah.
That was how that problem often got solved.
Yeah,
Creative accounting. Lots of creative accounting. Yes, Aaron.
IAS accounts, do the funds in the IAS accounts count as part of Sea Org reserves?
No, but they count, but they do not count as Sea Org reserves. But Dave, he puts it all together.
Oh.
The
Yeah,
WDC chairman is not allowed to count the IAS money.
Yes.
And in fact, that was something that we used to get shoved down our throats all the time was, oh yeah, Sea Org, the IAS has got more money than Sea Org reserves now. You've only got 1.5 billion and the IAS has 2 billion. And you pathetic creatures are running the entirety of Scientology. You have all the organizations. They have nothing. They just have to ask people to give them money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was always used. But you got to hear
also,
what Matt was just saying, though, on the appraisals.
Well, I'm just saying that the appraiser was always a Scientologist, so he knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of money.
They told him what the appraisal needed to be.
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Another
Joe,
aspect,
this needs to come in at this dollar amount. Thanks.
another sort of disrelated but similar aspect. So there's the crew that work for the IAS, right? And they're the IASA, and they're on the free winds. And I remember being on the free winds and seeing how this organization was treated and how much money they spent on vacations and events and Christmas parties and fancy clothes, and they were treated like the queens and kings of the world, and it was outrageous compared to the rest of us.
Yes.
Oh, I know. The IAS people on the free winds, they're not all on the free winds anymore. The free winds is now like a dead ship.
Right.
As Aaron said, it's never sailing again. I don't know if that's really true, but
It's not true. It's already sailing again.
Okay, then.
Yeah, they weren't
He
only
let
on
at
the
least
free
2 or 3 days go by before he said, "Hey, it sailed the day we did that video." Just so everybody knows.
it got some clicks.
I already did another video about it sailing again.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Since the video, you said it was never going to sail again. You've already done another one.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Aaron!
I bet I know what happened. It was never going to sail again, and then Osa was watching SPTV, and they were like, "Oh shit, guys, we got a problem, and we got to
discredit this, guys. Get that thing out of dry dock and put it back in the water."
Okay, but listen, Christy brings up a great point, because the registrars, which is basically the majority of the membership of the staff, Sea Org members who fundraise for the IAS, as Christy says, is called IAS administrations. That's their organization. The vast majority of those people are literally just registrars, Scientology fundraisers. And those guys always were rolling in dough. I remember when the free winds would go to Janet McLaughlin, who was the head of IAS administrations, or the president of the IAS. I can't even remember what she called herself.
President,
yeah. They would go out, they would lobby the captain of the free winds to go to the ports with the best shopping.
Yeah.
Like their favorite was St. Bart's until the French government raided the free winds in St. Bart's when David Miscavige was on board. Yes.
Oh,
He
a
was
big
hiding in his cabin.
Wow. Like a little bitch. Like a little bitch.
Fake Navy Davy was hiding in his cabin.
Here, Matt.
Oh, wow. Is he wrestling a rat? Oh, my
squirrel.
goodness.
That's a squirrel buster, that fake Navy Davy.
No, it's a rat.
Oh,
It's a
my
rat.
goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Chicago
Marty
You know
squirrel.
about Mark and Matt and Amy's rat stories, Mike.
Is
You
that
gotta-
Marty Ratburn?
Radburn.
Well, that's what they call.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
Scientology called him, Marty Ratburn. In any event, they would lobby the Freewinds to go to the sports with the best shopping, and Janet and her entourage would be out at Hermes and like all of these super high-end stores buying stuff, Cartier watches, and it was like crazy. And
It was crazy. I was there at Christmas one year. I was on the Freewinds for Christmas one year when I was on the officer training school program. And so Christmas is a big deal. And, whatever's going to happen, special parties and whatever. They had the most outrageous party, and they had some special treatment where they got to go off and go do all kinds of special things on a magical island and whatever they did. I don't know the details, but it was
Magical island.
a magical island.
There was unicorns.
And the rest
Did they
of
have
us
a
are,
little? Did they have that
rubbing
little
the
dude in the white
bilges.
suit? The plane.
And they literally dressed like Mike said. They dressed like they were celebrities, and they were Sea Org Regs on the freeways.
Wow.
And it was you could see an IASA staff member from a mile away compared to the rest of us with their bling and their diamonds and their beautiful magical stuff.
Speaking of the free ones in the IAS, Mike, I was actually going to ask you. We all know Scientology makes more money now just asking for donations than they do selling Scientology courses and auditing. And from a selling services perspective, I don't think the free wins is a moneymaker. And
it is not.
It's never made money.
But they
It's a
do
drain.
keep the ship open. And I was going to ask you if the IAS Regs on the ship make so much money that alone is like the justification for keeping this thing floating or something.
I don't think so anymore, Aaron. There are not enough public there for the IAS Regs to make enough money.
Yeah,
They basically moved everybody from the Freewinds to LA.
or Clearwater.
Yeah, or Clearwater.
Yeah,
where the real gathering of whales are.
Yeah.
And the Freewinds is subsidized and has to be subsidized because it would be such a horrible embarrassment for Miscavige to say, we're not delivering OT8 anymore, or actually OT8, it's fine now. It can be delivered in Clearwater.
Because the world's gotten so
Because
much
the world's
better.
gotten so much safer for Scientology.
Right.
I mean, it's just there's nowhere to go with that, so they have to keep the thing going. But keeping it going means sitting at the dock in Aruba.
Yeah, when we were doing Int FP at the Int base, the Maiden Voyage event, that's like their Black Friday. They run at a deficit all year long. And when we had the Maiden Voyage events for that week-long events, that's their Black Friday. That's when they barely get a chance to break even for the year, is on that 1 week of events. But
They haven't had that for 3 years, so
Yeah,
they're
and
like
they-
shit out of luck.
the amount they spend on fuel and just the things you just have to pay just to keep that thing running is far more than they bring in a week.
Well, I'll tell you, for the 1 week period that I thought the Freewinds was never going to sail again, because when this thing is in dry dock, you guys know historically, whenever it's in dry dock, they let people do OT8 at Flag.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know.
And I was like,
It's ridiculous.
I was like, finally, they're doing something that makes sense. Like when they combined Asho Day and Asho Foundation, I was like, finally, someone did something that made sense. When I thought they were scrapping the Freewinds and they were going to let everyone do it at Flag, I was like, finally, they're doing something that makes sense. And then you get the new Freewinds mag. Come to the Freewinds. The OT ship is alive.
Yeah, but you know
Wow.
they didn't used to do the OT8 at Flag.
No.
They used to set it up in a hotel,
Oh.
and they would rent a hotel for Free Winds Public. And a lot of people didn't even know the Free Winds was in dry dock. They were regged to go there, and when they got there, they were told, well, we've got this beautiful hotel for you to stay in because the ship is actually in dry dock right now.
Can you imagine-
bait and switch of magnitude?
Most of us have been on cruises with each other, with our families. Can you imagine if you showed up at the island and they said, here's this fucking shit show of a hotel you're going to stay in with your 75 children and your 27 adults? We would be like, no, that's, there's some problems. We're having problems now. We just flew all the way here, and now you're going to tell us we're not even going to get in the water? Like,
but Mark, listen, if that's not really the biggest thing. The biggest thing is what happens, like the promise of what they're going to get on OT8, and then they find out what it really is. And they've paid, $10,000 for that privilege.
My goodness.
That is a much bigger thing than finding out you're going to be in a hotel.
Yeah, that's going to be rough too.
It's
That's a hard one. That's a hard one.
Real rough.
So what is happening with the fundraising? I can't see anything. I don't know.
Here.
Do we have a way of seeing?
Yeah, we're almost to 4K already.
Boom.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah. For mine, it says 3742.
So you have to look at it from the YouTube browser, not within StreamYard, and then you can see the total donated. And because a few people have asked, we've tested this a few times. And the one Aaron did originally was a great success and confirmed that YouTube does, in fact, cover all of the fees. Every dollar represented there goes directly and straight to the Aftermath Foundation. So the amount listed there is what goes to the foundation. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do we want to show off some of our show and tell that people have brought? Most of the people that showed up today brought a few little pictures or maybe some fun stories or something they want to share about the event.
Let me cover a few things first from the foundation perspective. We recently redid the Aftermath Foundation website, so we encourage you to go on over there and check it out at theaftermathfoundation.org. You can sign up there for updates. We have some new programs coming soon. And also, we just launched some new Aftermath Foundation merch over at the spshop.com. So we have an I Support the Aftermath Foundation hoodie, and we have all kinds of good stuff. So we also have Reconnect the Disconnected shirts and things of that nature. We also are attending now several upcoming events for the combined federal charity program that we mentioned that the Aftermath Foundation now participates in, which is amazing because we're getting the word out about what the foundation does to federal employees all across the United States of America.
Nice.
Boom.
Great.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Amy and I are going, or Amy and Matt and I guess. I don't know who's all going, but there's one in Tampa, so we're going.
Yes. It's going to be awesome.
It'll be cool.
And I'm going to a virtual one on Monday. So there you go.
Okay.
Very cool.
It's amazing. And fair game is alive and well in Scientology. They are still losing their minds over the momentum the Aftermath Foundation is gaining. We recently were notified of a new Freedom of Information Act request about the foundation. And sucks to suck, Osa.
Imagine when they get their trove of documents from the U.S. government on us.
Yes.
Wow. That's going to be.
Can we mention a little bit of inside baseball on this? At first I was like, what the hell? Like the registration documents, it seems like they knew that the particular requirements to register with this entity required us to give the names of everyone we've helped.
Yes.
Right. And some of their information.
Right.
And that is why Scientology asked for these documents. And they did give us the opportunity to redact all of that.
which
Yeah.
we very promptly did.
Like they're
Yeah.
gonna get the sort of documents that they always used to complain about.
Yes,
Yes.
they're going to get the
It was
documents
just
that,
like black.
yeah, they're going to get the documents that they turn over to the government when they turn
Yeah.
them over. It's going to say people helped, and it's going to be like blank, blank, blank at blank, blank, blank. That's
Yeah.
going to be the amount of information they're going to be able to get from the documents we turned over.
Yeah, and let's just pause to say, you know what? It's just amazing working with the foundation, with all of you fine people on the screen here, because really, truly, we are OSA's worst nightmare. They've made us who we are, and now we're doing the work of getting people out. And there's no better way to move forward and to help people get out from that mess. You know, we didn't think that we'd be able to start our lives over again. We all did, and now we're helping other people do the same. So it's amazing. And yeah, there you go. So yeah, OSA, your FOIA request is going to be a bunch of redacted information.
But you're right, Claire. I mean, we're going to do a little video about our trip to Philadelphia in the next day or two. That was interesting.
Nice.
Certainly, the efforts to harass and intimidate have not gotten less.
No.
They are just ramping up. But
Wow.
all in good fun.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. All right.
Does anybody else have anything they want to show? Has anybody talked to Alex since earlier today?
Apparently,
No.
him and Jeff are in the chat.
Okay.
There you go.
I know I saw a ton of pictures of fake Navy Davy at the protest that they were doing. And so he made it into a ton. He made it into the Guardian, the Mail, a bunch of those stories. There's fake Navy Davies in all those shots. So that was fun.
Well, I have some shots from the event last night. I don't know if everybody's seen them. Maybe
from inside the event.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
There we go.
Okay, hold on, we're going.
Let me just see if I can.
Oh, Dave, that sucks to be you, Dave. Your people are still sending us stuff.
Okay, so how do I get these up, Mark?
You go like this.
Ah, there we go.
Boom.
Okay.
Oh my
Look at that. It's
goodness.
Eunuch Guy.
Eunuch
I remember when we
Guy.
had to shave his package down inside the hall there.
I hear that
exactly right.
that statue was modeled after David Miscavige himself.
Who had that job?
When we first made this guy and he was going to get installed out there, it was about a week before the event. And he was inside the Great Hall, and he had like a Battlefield Earth, like a Turl cod piece on him when he came from the sculptor. And I want to say there's a guy named John Thomas who was belt sanding his package down for like 4 hours. And every once in a while, David Miscavige would walk in and go, keep going, keep going. And then it was just like all day. And then finally, at the end of the day, he had what he's got now. He's just rocking that eunuch bod, you know?
David Miscavige didn't want the statue to set false expectations, basically.
No, he didn't want it to be bigger than him.
Yeah.
Right,
And
there
the
you
best
go.
part is when they were sanding that down, I was like, now that is the ultimate price of freedom right there.
Okay. And there's the obligatory horsies.
AKA
Horsies.
Knights of the Round Table chicken dinner guys,
They're
entertainers.
not looking as good as they normally look, though,
I know.
right?
They don't-
Like,
they don't have
who
the
are
right
these guys they
horses.
got?
I don't know.
They look pretty old and unimpressive.
I'm going to
Those
say
are the
that's,
horses they got from the NACA factory.
yeah, that's a lot of turkey legs later since I've seen them. They did
It's
not
just
look
the
like
horses,
that.
It's also the dudes riding the horses. Like, they don't look like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
The one on the left has not got the look for sure.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't be in Def Leppard forever. You know, you gotta do something after that.
Oh my God. Okay, so here is the entrance to the tent. This is the walkway from the castle to the actual tent.
Okay.
And
Wow.
then this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
inside,
Oh,
all
my
lit up
goodness.
with blah blah. The last slide is just the greatest. Here is
Oh, my goodness.
Tom Cummins
Yeah.
standing in front of the stage
Corduroy pants.
with.
I know. Did he go in a time machine? How did he get a pair of those? Tom Cummins.
And this is, I don't know what.
Wow.
Like
Wow,
an
that's-
angel out of R6.
BT's
What is-
Activate. Right there, man. Look at all those glittering BTs all over her wings and everything.
Yeah.
And look at those boobs. I mean, this is like weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is very
It's
strange.
very weird.
I
Yeah.
think those are actually like hanging down.
They
like,
light up.
They
a
are,
snow
Aaron.
hat. Okay.
Yeah, they're little
they are.
they're little coat tassel thingies. They're just the positioning is awkward with her arms raised up in the air like that. It's just like
They just look
ooh.
like giant nips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks
Yeah.
like a Madonna from 1980s. One of
The
those.
fact that she's 12 foot tall.
And I will say that the people standing in front of her, I mean, they, having lived in East Grinstead, that's not a typical East Grinstead public.
Definitely
Just saying.
Taiwanese.
Yeah, there
No,
you
they
go.
look like, they're imported.
They're from
Well, yeah.
Taiwan.
Specifically
That-
for the event.
Well, and
Yes.
guys, in the latest ship mag, half the OTA completions are Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, they found a new wellspring over there. Gullible people.
Yeah, somebody actually was suggesting or requesting that Leah Remini, Scientology in the Aftermath, if it could please be translated into Taiwanese to educate the Taiwanese public on the true nature of Scientology.
That's
Oh,
wild.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to get
Yikes.
it done, but it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
you can
is.
do all that with AI these days.
I know.
You can just feed that in and say, pick your language, and then they'll crank out a whole series.
Ah,
Okay, so
that's
that was
crazy.
my little show and tell. We've got a lot of giveaways to do, so we better
do.
get going on that.
And yeah,
too.
and I hooked up the fancy StreamYard giveaway tool. So if we want to do the first one now, I can just hit the thing.
well,
Just
Dr.
auto
Dr.
spot.
X,
Just
bought 2 signed billion years to give away at this fundraiser.
Yes,
Wow.
and Dr. X also did 6 Davy elves. So maybe we can figure out we'll just do a, I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone has
Dr.
any bright
X.
ideas of how to make
Yeah.
that not take up all the rest of our hour here.
speaking of Dr. X, Dr. X sent us the most amount of candy that I've ever seen in my entire existence.
Oh boy.
Violent Crumbles, Tim Tams. She sent us 150 Tim Tams, a box of Tim Tams. My kids are bouncing off the walls over here, Dr. X. Okay, take it easy. Okay, it's a lot of sugar.
All right. Well, maybe we should just start with doing the first signed book of Mike's book. I'll just hit the giveaway thing, and people can just.
Well, you got to give people the chance. They got to get in there and get some of that.
Remember, Claire, in the last one we did, I said, okay, anybody that gives $250,
Yes.
we'll
Automatically.
give them one.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
And
Okay.
we can do that again, like however many people are willing to give $200 to the Aftermath Foundation will get a signed book.
Perfect.
And you can pick. So whatever, if you do something over, are we going to say it's 200
Yes.
or 250?
200. Oh,
Oh my
okay.
goodness. It was 250. It was
Do I have three? Do I have
It was 250 last time. I think we should keep it at 250. If
Okay.
you donate over 250 as a single donation, then you can pick something. It can be a BFG merch, or it can be a Billion Year book, or it can be a Blown for Good book. You can pick it. Oh, you want to do Amy? You want to do one throwing it?
Yeah,
Or Amy? You can
that's
just
right.
pick whatever you want and you get it. So that we'll keep that going for the length of the fundraiser.
Perfect. And then whoever does that, just send a copy of the receipt to either Mike, Amy, or Mark and I, and we'll get that shipped out to you. So there we go.
Okay, I think that was enough riffing for you to hit your auto selector thingamajigger.
Okay, here we go. I'm going
Freeze
to go
'em a gagger.
draw, and
Wow, the suspense is killing me. My way works much better. At least I do some stuff and then
Martha.
Have you seen the new thing?
Did you put it up?
What
I
happened?
thought so.
No,
Hold on.
nothing happened.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
It says Martha 1. How do I show that?
You're the thing.
We don't know, Claire.
You're the person who said I got the thing all the
Oh, well, I
freeze-a-majigger
did the
hooked up,
thing.
and now there's no freeze-a-majigger.
Maybe, yeah, it was Martha. Hold on.
Holy moly!
Oh, I know what to do. Hold on.
Perfect. We're up to 5,000 guys on the IAS SP Fundraiser. So thank you.
Awesome.
Or the ISP Fundraiser. That's exciting. Thank you, guys. I'm going to riff while Claire's trying to figure this out with Martha. I'm going to tell you guys, one of the people performing, people kept asking on my channel, who is this guy? Who is this guy named Chili B? And I wanted to show you guys a little diagram I put together. That's Chili A. And this on the right, that's Chili B. So just so you know, he is a Scientology rapper, which... It's a wild kind of thing if you're a Scientology rapper. And he does IAS raps. You can go on the YouTube machine and you can look up Chili B IAS rap. And there are white people rapping, Scientology white people. And that is not quality rap. If you're a connoisseur of the rap music, you're not going to like that. But it is fun to watch. So there's that.
Mark, I sent you that link to that video, the one that someone did.
Oh my
that,
gosh.
was the summary of Scientology music.
Oh, it's
Do you still have that somewhere?
I have it. I mean, we should do a video on it. We should do a like a reaction video to this thing. It is amazing.
It's amazing.
I've also been sent some original Golden Era videos to do as well. Like decent qualities of, but like VHS time period of Scientology media. So we should do something on that too. Yeah. Claire, how's it going in the Martha situation? Are we getting anywhere? If it takes this long to do a giveaway, your system is flawed in major ways.
Let me just try this real quick. I'm going to share screen.
Oh my goodness. Here we go, guys. This is
two.
Yeah, if you're going to see the internet break, it's going to be in the next few seconds here. Things are going to go sideways. Oh, wow. If we get bumped out of the stream.
Hold on.
No, we're watching ourselves watch ourselves.
Can you see this?
No.
I wouldn't put up your screen ever again, Claire. Please don't ever do that again. That's super, super not cool. Anyway.
It was Martha. Martha with the picture of the cat. Martha, you are the winner. So shoot me an email.
Yeah,
Claire
that's not a good system, Claire.
I understand that.
Osis freeze framing that right now and going through every possible thing on your desktop.
Cool.
Anyway, Aaron knows this. Aaron, am I right?
Oh, yes, that's true.
Aaron knows what I'm talking about.
It's a good thing I have nothing but, screenshots.
It's okay. You don't have to tell anybody about it either. Okay, let's see.
There's a StreamYard function that picks the winner for everyone who writes a specific thing, like Book Me or something like that. And then it puts it up on the screen and it rolls it through everybody's name and then it stops on somebody with confetti.
And that's what I did. That's what I did.
Yeah. Okay. Good job, Claire. It's amazing. Yeah. I'm glad it worked out so well.
It'll be great next time, Claire. I know it.
I know. Thank you, Christy. Yeah. I appreciate your kind words of support. That's very helpful.
Yeah, you done messed up, Claire.
It'll be amazing next time. I know it.
Yeah, it's all good. You know what? I dared to try something new, and there you have it. Folks.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Claire knows that I'm not a fan of spontaneous combustion in the middle of the live. This is just a do it and make it work and play with it before we do.
How many giveaways do we still have?
462. So if they all take that long, we're going to be here for a week.
We got 20 minutes, so maybe we should pick the timing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll just say, whatever. Anyway, let's move along to our next thing here.
Yeah, look, this is, I missed it. Question, why aren't we applauding the demonstration, the helicopter, and is Dave promising the upper levels on the event? Dave, why aren't we? We are. I mean, I thought it was amazing. Here we go. Thank you. Good job, IS protest guys. You did a good job.
They did great. They did great.
The fact that Tom Cruise showed up in a helicopter, I mean, how could that have been any more, right? How could it have been better?
I know. Yeah. That was amazing.
That was pretty good.
Same helicopter that they had shots of him getting out of at MI-17 shooting, whatever that was.
What's crazy is that it's his personal helicopter. It's registered to him.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's easy to figure out where he's going when it's his chopper.
Yeah. By the way, here's the winner, Martha. Martha
Cool.
won.
Awesome. Yay, Martha. Yay, Martha. That other comment
Martha, you
said,
need to email me at my blog.
There you go. Perfect.
perfect. The last question said, is Dave promising upper levels at the event? This is not an event where Scientology levels or things like that are discussed. This is an event. The IS event is an event where David Miscavige talks about all the barriers they overcame and the expansion in the areas of the psychiatry, abolishing psychiatry, IES, International Association of Scientologists projects that they're working on or things they're doing, and getting money from Scientologists. It's not one where he would announce. And also, there's nothing to announce. So he's definitely not announcing it at this event.
Yeah, he's not promising the OT levels. He's just promising that the planet is being cleared.
Yes, they're just slaying it. And they evidently, I think someone sent me a breakdown. They are making like 100 clears a year right now, like maximum. It's getting to be ridiculously silly math-wise how many people are going clear in Scientology.
Yeah, they're going backwards.
Yeah.
Not just relative to the population of the planet.
Yeah.
They're going backwards just in the total number of clears. There's more people dying who were clear or leaving Scientology who were clear than the new ones being made by a factor of probably 10 times at least.
Yeah. So what do you think, Mike? Do you think you and I and Amy and Matt are still on the clear list?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. They're not taking people off that list. People are accidentally getting added all the time. There's no one coming off.
We're also still counted on the total number of IAS. No, the total number of IAS members.
Yeah, I
They
still
don't
have
take
my
people out of
lifetime.
there.
I still have my lifetime IAS card somewhere. Because when you're in the C organization and you get promoted to the int base in Gilman Hot Springs, at least for a while when I got there, you automatically were granted lifetime membership for the IAS.
Oh, that's when you join the Sea Org.
I don't know. I didn't get it when I joined the Sea Org. I got it when I went to the base.
But you joined the Sea Org before the IAS existed, Claire.
Yeah, maybe. No, I didn't. No, I mean, yes, I was in the cadet organization, but then when I started in the Sea organization was 1991.
Well, I know, but when you were in the cadet org, you were in the Sea Org. Whether you signed a contract or you were living there,
True.
you were working there.
That's very true.
Anyway, all Sea Org members are lifetime members of the IS. That's a thing, just so you know.
Yeah.
Right, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. What else we got? Oh, this is for the fundraiser. I just wanted to show this was on Twitter from Straight Up. Who has pulled in all the traffic around St. Hill Manor? And it's just jammed in every single direction. To me, that's is, I think, because I can remember when we would do events, anywhere we would do an event like that, if there were protesters, that's all Dave was talking about. That's all he was. There was like a buzz of activity at the event and people, hot and cold people running up to him and telling him this, and him screaming and yelling and losing his shit on a full-time basis. And I guarantee you, if Tom Cruise was landing at that property, Dave was already there and Dave was already losing his mind. This needs to be gone by the time Tom gets here. And the fact that it wasn't, we're going to see people start popping. We're going to see the
traffic
popping.
was so backed up that the event would have had to start like an hour late, because the traffic was even in there.
I wonder if that's why Tom came by helicopter.
Of course,
I'm
it's
sure
why
it
he came
is.
by helicopter.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
why
he didn't have to drive by the people with the
Yes.
signs out.
that was the entire. He would have never gone there in a chopper unless there was no other way to get him in there, and that was it. So, I mean, the fact that this guy that was only in Scientology for 2 weeks made Tom Cruise take a chopper to the event is sort of is sort of insane. But yeah, no, I guarantee you, in all the years I worked on events, there was never a flap that was as big as this in terms of protesters jacking up the event. That's never that I can ever remember, Mike. I mean,
well, the one thing that happened, that's sort of similar to this was at the LRH birthday event in 2006.
Okay.
John Sweeney showed up at Ruth Eckerd Hall.
Oh, wow.
With
inside?
No, like pulled up.
Enough. Enough to cause a scene.
I was in the hole and I was put on a plane within, like, I was driven to LAX within 1 hour. That's how I ended up going from the hole to London to escaping.
Wow. So John Sweeney really was the catalyst for that in every way.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Because I was sent there because Tommy Davis was supposedly handling him and had screwed it up because Sweeney showed up at the event. So I went there and then I followed him all the way across the country and back to LA and did the whole thing in the exhibit, the CCHR exhibit where he lost his shit and Tommy. Yeah. But he then flew back to London. Tommy blew. And I was sent to London because Tommy wasn't now available. He was holding up in the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas.
Wow.
So that's how I ended up in London.
That's amazing.
So,
I love how when Tommy blew, he always just went somewhere. He had unlimited credit cards and vehicles and phones, and he was just like, yeah, I'm out of here. And it was just like, he just went to Vegas.
On mommy's credit card.
No, on his credit card.
No, daddy's.
Daddy's.
Yeah. What was his dad's name again?
Terry Jastrow.
Terry Jastrow.
No, his dad, Davis.
Oh,
Davis.
his real dad. His real dad.
Marvin? No, not Marvin Davis. Whatever. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
A big real estate developer of shopping malls and shit in California.
Yeah. He had a few he had a few bucks.
Shekels.
Yeah. And then some.
Yep.
Anybody else have anything?
I take 2 minutes to do I'm going to do 5 elf giveaways really quickly.
Okay.
So just put Davey in the comments and I'm going to flash you up on the screen. I'm going to not take my chances with any more StreamYard giveaway tool nonsense. I'll just put them up real quick. And we'll be done with this real quick. And thanks to Betsy Sue as well for donating Davey Elves for this fundraiser, as well as Dr. X. So here we go. I'm just going to put 1. Shelly S. You win a Davey doll. Shoot me an email with your address. We can do this. There you go. You got one. And here we go here. Boom. MJ, congratulations. And Mary Kay London, congratulations. And one more. Hold on here. Oh, boy. There we go. Andrew Humphrey. Boom.
Wow,
there we go.
Congratulations,
that was easy
guys.
and painless. So there we go.
Yeah.
Who can see the combined viewer count right now? Anybody?
2,733.
And our race. Yep.
2,800 people. Hit that like button on whatever channel you're watching on right now. It'll help push out notifications.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
And we're up to 7,100 on the fundraiser. So we're slaying it, guys.
Great.
Awesome.
We are slaying it.
Does this work?
It only works for me because
Jesus.
I'm the man.
I know, right? I don't
I
don't get
anyway.
it either. It's so frustrating.
It's not frustrating.
It's very
It's
frustrating.
exactly how it should be.
Did you ever find out why?
No.
Yeah. It's you have to have BT's Activate turned on and it'll do it. And if you don't, it won't.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got?
Aaron is very concerned about this. He's trying to figure this out now.
Yeah.
He's gonna have this. He's gonna have this solved before the end of this broadcast.
Well, the other thing is I figured out how just to make them do whatever you want. So you could do the thumbs up thing, or you can just be awesome and be like, I love this. And, it does what it does. And if you want to do thumbs up, you can do thumbs up. It doesn't matter. And if you want to have if you want to do a rave, if you want to have a rave or go out and get some Molly, then you can do that too. It's it's whatever it is.
Oh, and wow, by the way, Remirat at Remirat just donated $1,000. Thank you so much.
Bonanza.
Yes.
We're gonna have to send her a Dr. X package of merch and stuff, like loaded up.
Yeah, there you go. Amazing.
Send her all the candy.
And I support the Aftermath Foundation hoodie. Yeah, there you go. How about anyone who donates anything $500 or up gets a free I support the Aftermath Foundation hoodie. How about that, folks?
Well, they could pick that. But they could pick that for $250.
Yeah.
I want to pick somebody that I'm going to give my book to, okay? Because I just saw this comment.
Yeah.
I swear I will win something someday.
She manifested that, and it went right into Amy's feed there, and she was like, "Yep."
Well done. You're right. You did. You won something.
Send me an email, and I'll send you a book.
Yeah, nice. There you go. Boom. It's happening. It's happening. Speaking of Davy dolls, these little guys, we have, let me just show you this. If you take one of these little Davy dolls and you get you can get it on Amazon. It's called Cat Crack, or it's like catnip. So you get a big old tub of it for a few bucks. You sprinkle some in a gallon Ziploc bag, and you just, overnight. And when this guy in there overnight, just kind of leave him in there like a, shake and bake. Remember shake and bake? And you put the chicken in the thing.
Where is this going, Mark?
You put that in there, and then you give it to your cats, and those cats are gonna go crazy with those things. They're just like this.
They're just gonna eat them.
Oh yeah. So good times, guys. If you want to try that, it's a fun little trick. And our cats have been sleeping in that basket with that doll. When was that, Claire? That was like on Tuesday.
4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah, they have not left that basket since I did that.
And neither have the Davy elves, by the way. Yeah. They're still there.
Oh, boy. Yeah, little Davy. So what else do we got, guys? We showed some pics. Does anybody have... Oh, I have this picture I wanted to show with us. We were doing some work, and we had to do some stuff, and we stopped in on one of our good friends here. And we went... We were going to go to this In-N-Out across the street behind us in the picture, but there was an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet across the street. Good old Serge there voted on the buffet. Mm-hmm. But we had such a great time. He's really, really doing well these days. And thank you to all the people that have reached out to, send him a couple bucks or do whatever through the Aftermath or through the BFG site. But it looks like he's probably met up with 10 or 15 new people that he knew when he was younger, and people that knew him or went to school with him or were in the Sea Org with him. So he's really got a little community growing of people he can hang out with and do stuff with, and can also be there if he needs something or just somebody to talk to. So
and his half sister.
Yes.
And he found out he had a half sister. We did find out, guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the gentleman I showed in the picture with Claire and I, his name is Serge Oblinsky. We did a video on him. The Aftermath produced this whole production, and we told the story of how he had a horrible accident, and then how Scientology just sort of threw him out, and he was homeless in Hollywood for about 10 years, and how he got back on his feet, and we sort of, he got a GED, and anyway, you can watch the whole video. But we found out through Matt going and seeing some of his family that live in Florida that not only was everybody that was sort of related to him in Scientology, they were all told that he passed away. When we shot that video and when we were interviewing Serge, he mentioned that throughout the different conversations, that if he wanted to get a message to them, the message he wanted to get to them is that he was not dead. Mm-hmm. And I always thought, that's weird. Why would they think you were dead? I mean, they knew you had the accident, but why would they think that happened? And every single person in his family that we have been able to get word from did actually, in fact, were told that he had passed away.
Including his family that were never in Scientology.
Yes, including relatives that were not involved with Scientology. They had also heard that he had passed away. Mm-hmm. So really horrible stuff from Scientology as usual. And but Serge is doing great.
Tells people your family members are dead and they're not.
Right.
I know. Well, this we didn't think, we even thought like this Bob Ferris, it came up on the Bob Ferris thing. And it was sort of like, it doesn't make sense. I've never heard this. This is a weird thing for them to say the person's not declared, or if they're on the RPF, they're on a special project somewhere. I get that. They do that. They do that every day. But to say that a family member had passed away, that's kind of crazy. For us to have it happening on multiple occasions with different people is sort of like, wow. So this is really a thing.
Yeah, it's next level evil. It just is.
Anyway, Serge is doing great. That's the update. I get people question, and there's people in the Serge video up on our channel. It's actually on every single person's channel that's in this stream right now has the Serge video up on their channel. So you can watch it anywhere. But if you haven't seen it, I think it's a touching, it's one of the most touching kind of stories that we've put together. And we're working on other ones too, just so you guys know.
Yes, the story of Serge Oblinsky. If you haven't seen it, definitely take the time to watch.
Anybody else have any exciting stuff? You want to do another giveaway, or we still we took care of all of them all?
Let's do another book, because I've got the 2 from Dr. X, so let's do them.
Awesome.
Perfect. All right, so get in the comments and say book me or whatever it is you want to say. You want to pick, Mike?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay then. Well then.
Here we go. Who wants a book? Get in there and I was on a chat with Mark Fisher, and he has mugs as merch. So when he does merch giveaways, he says just put mug me in the comments, mug me. So all of the comments, it just says mug me, mug me, mug me, mug me. I was like, I think the YouTube algorithm is losing its circuit board right now. Looking at this. Okay. Oh, I just saw a really good one. Did you pick it?
Says Mike
No,
is
you pick one.
Okay, I just found a really good one.
See if you can get Green Gables, because she keeps putting these things in there over and over and over. Please be, please
Let's
be.
just
And
do
she's
it.
got
Yeah,
like
I
20
don't
of
know.
them.
I'm just going to pick one
There we
randomly.
go. Oh,
Japan
yeah,
of Green
randomly.
Gables. Book me. I'm manifesting an autographed Mike's book right now. Look at that. I didn't pick it. I told Mike I wouldn't, and then I randomly hit, and it was her. So just saying, you really manifested that one, Japan of Green Gables. Lucky.
There you go.
Okay, good. Do we want to do another one, as long as we've got lots of people already booking me on their little chat machine? Here we go. Oh, look at this. This one I'm going to pick.
What's this one for?
Look, growing up in Scientology book. Good job, Aaron. You spat. Oh, he did it multiple times. I literally just passed 3 more of them.
I wondered what Aaron was looking so intently
I know.
at. Now
he was.
we know.
I'm still passing them, like literally. How many did you do? You're just going Command V, Command V, Command V, Command V.
Aaron, you're muted. You're muted.
You're muted, Aaron.
Oh, you muted.
Yeah, I was spamming it just like I wanted everyone else to spam it.
You were like, do as I do.
One with cats. Chalet. Book. Okay. Hey.
Put your manners back in.
Okay. There we go. One with cats. Please.
Do that. You have to show me how to do that.
I do. It took forever.
Oh my God.
And I had to literally. It was literally like a Rube Goldberg to make this thing work. But it is with the Stream Deck.
Put your manners back in. Anyway,
I've just got that one in there right now, but I'm going to be like, have you, then they ask me,
no one ever
have you ever met an SP? I'm going to put that one in there as my next one.
Who did he say
the
that
line
to?
and you know it.
Yeah.
What's that?
Who did he say that to? Put your manners back in?
Peter Overton. Okay. From, is it Four Corners or
60 Minutes Australia?
60 Minutes Australia. Yeah, and it's my favorite.
Put your manners back in.
Anyway, it's amazing. But I do have my go-tos.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
And this one.
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?
Anyway, love it, love it, love it. That's the only reason I've ever wanted to do videos on YouTube, and it's taken me this long to figure out how to make it.
The only reason.
That's it. That's
Okay,
it.
Mark.
Aaron, and Mike can attest. For the first 5-10 streams we did, I was trying to get these sound effects to work without messing up all my audio, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't pull it off, and so I stayed up and I figured it out. It had happened. Anybody else got anything good in here?
Burned the midnight oil to get that working.
Oh, I burned all
you
kinds
go.
of oil down here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What else we got? Anything else exciting?
I think that's it. Thanks to all the almost 3,000 people joining us. We appreciate
We're up to
it.
8,000.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you being here.
8,000, yeah.
Yeah, we're up to 8,000. That's great, guys.
Boom.
And this fundraiser, all these videos and all these playback on these, the fundraiser is live as long as these videos are live on YouTube. So some of the fundraisers we did, raised a ton of money, and they raised that much again in the replay. So if you're just watching this, if you're on the replay crew and you're watching this 3 weeks later, or whenever it is, feel free. The Aftermath Foundation is actively helping people recover or get out of Scientology on a regular basis. The more content up on YouTube and the internet and the X and all these other different platforms is really exposing a lot of stuff that's happening in Scientology, and people are reaching out to us. So every donation helps. And we're going to keep on rocking it out and doing our thing. And we appreciate you joining us today.
Yes, we
Everybody,
do.
anybody else got anything else?
What about the stars?
What about the stars? Oh, do you mean you want to do comments? Oh, we could do that. You guys mind if we just hang out for a few minutes? It's only 7 comments. Here we go. Oh, I didn't know we could do super chats on this. Question, Catherine Castillo. Question, do Sea Org members and regular people within the cult have cell phones? From at the Ent base, if you were an executive who needed to be called by David Miscavige, then you would have a cell phone. But the only people you were really allowed to call at that property were just other Sea Org members, and they were paying the phone bill and they had access to all the online records, so they could see every single call you made and how long and all that good stuff. But yes. And we had Nextel radios for a while, and sometimes those could just be Nextel radios and not have an outside line, but they could activate it so you could call whatever numbers you wanted.
God, those things were annoying.
They were.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Chirp, chirp. But then we also had it for a while that you could only call the numbers that they programmed into the phones. So you couldn't, if you had another Sea Org member's phone, you could call them all day long, but you couldn't dial anywhere that weren't pre-approved or whatever. So
And regular people. She asked about regular people. Regular people have cell phones.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah, regular. We call those civilian Scientologists now.
Yes.
That's the proper nomenclature. Normal, regular people. But yeah, Scientologists are able to access the internet and stuff like that. It's just frowned upon, and it can be very costly if you're a civilian Scientologist and you're watching SPTV or trying to figure out how to hijack your BTs or whatever. Question, how's Serge doing? She's doing great, Susan. Thank you. That's a great, we did that. We took care of it. Japan of Green Gables. Question, is the IES the organization that Guillaume Leserve is technically head of? Was his post primarily involved with IES? No, I don't think he was ever in the IES.
He was not.
Yeah. He was a management.
I think he was there at the signing.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so was Mark Yeager and
but
Mark
he was
Ingber.
the executive director international and the head of what was known as the International Executive Committee, which has been disbanded, but was created by Hubbard in an LRHED called the Birthday Game, 339R or somewhere thereabouts, talking about there is going to be these international executives for each of the functions of Scientology, and they will help you expand your organization. And Guillaume was the head of that. He was the executive director international, which theoretically was, according to Hubbard, the post that he held.
Yes.
That was his job in Scientology, and the person who held that post was supposedly the one who was taking the place of Hubbard within the administrative organizational structure of Scientology.
Yep.
There you go. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say there's been no more thorough answer for a question ever asked. Allison Bauer, pip pip cheerio, Scientology has got to go. This is what?
I said
Mike
I wasn't
said-
sure if that was a compliment.
And I said it was. Just
No,
take
it
it.
was.
Just
It
roll
was a
with
very thorough answer. It was amazing. This is what they were chanting at the protest. Pip, pip, cheerio. Scientology's got to go. And then they would say,
Wouldn't mind.
Hip hip cheerio.
1,
The
2,
aftermath.
3, 4. The aftermath will help you blow.
Yeah,
or no, pip, pip, cheerio. The aftermath will help you blow.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Scientology's got to go. Anyway, it was fun. Jacqueline Howell, super sticker. Thank you for that, Jacqueline. We appreciate it. How do you outside U.S. peeps donate?
You can go to the aftermathfoundation.org website and directly donate there. And on our donation page, FYI, we now have an added feature where you can create an online account to see your history of donations and all that good stuff. So there you have it.
Yeah, you can also go to the merch store and you can do a donation in the merch store as well. Like if you end up buying Aftermath or a bobblehead or little fake Navy Davy, all of those things that we sell in the SP shop for all these things I was just talking about, all of those support the Aftermath Foundation. So, and even if you want to donate in there, there's an extra button and you can just do a straight donation.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Aaron?
For the life of me, I cannot figure out how somebody was able to do a super chat.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand that
surprised
either.
by that too.
I know. I was like,
We
what?
should all, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But can I show one picture
Yeah.
that I just got loaded up here? Okay, hold on. This,
Oh yeah.
This is Dave driving the car and trying to figure out where to put Shelley.
I thought maybe that was Janet Light.
I know.
Yeah, maybe
I thought,
Janet Light. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was Lou with a wig on.
Yeah, I thought that was Lou in a bondage outfit.
Right. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. No, we have gotten so many
Nancy.
good pictures of people
She sent
sending
in all
in the
fun.
fake Navy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Awesome. Anybody else? Did I forget anything? I really thoroughly didn't think we could do a super chat. So I didn't even think it was an option.
Yeah.
Are you guys selling rat merch on the Queen Bee store?
He saw this. We were in some place and he was going to wear a bow tie today and everything. We were in some place and he said, "I've got to get a rat because of all of his rat stories." Did you,
Oh my
did you see
goodness.
His Halloween
Yes.
story was,
And
oh my God.
What was that video? Was it a live that we were doing where he was talking about when underneath the complex in the tunnels and he was sleeping down there and there was rats?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Matt. Awesome. Okay, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. We're almost up to 8,500. There's Mike's blah, blah, blah shirt. And
I want to say thank you again to Alex and Jeff and all the people who've been standing and braving the weather and all of the OSA bots and stuff like that out there in England. You guys are amazing. Thank you for standing up to Scientology.
awesome, guys. Okay, I think we did it, guys. We did it. We went a little bit over, but it was a good show. I hope you guys learned some stuff today, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
And in our final
Bye-bye.
2 minutes here, folks, just as a reminder.
And I do have to duck out because I got to get ready for the next stream with Mitch. So I'm going to let you guys wrap this one up. Claire, make sure to play the outro and do all the stuff that I normally do. Don't be a barbarian. Thank you. Bye.
Have I ever been a barbarian? Oh my gosh. Come on. Now,
No, you're
folks.
the least barbarian person I know, Claire. Honestly.
Just about now. So awesome. See you
Yes.
later, guys. Thanks again for doing this with us. We
Bye.
appreciate
everyone.
it. Bye bye.
Yes.
And give me a minute here. I'm
Barbarian.
so
Don't be a
fired. I'm
barbarian.
so fired. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out here. Oh
The
my
videos are under
goodness.
brand. The video should be under
I
brand.
know. I'm looking for the outro. I don't have it.
There's no outro.
It's okay,
me look.
Claire.
Okay.
The only
well,
person in the whole world that cares about this
is Mark.
is Mark.
I know.
We won't tell him. We won't tell him.
We won't tell him, and he'll never go
Okay,
back and watch it.
It's our little secret. Amazing, but guys, I'll hit end stream. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Our little secret.